All right, let's call this meeting to order. June 20th, 2023 at 6:30 PM. Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Mahoney,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Jeffrey,
Here.
Trustee Westcott,
Here.
Trustee Bristow,
Here.
Trustee Cohen,
Here.
Trustee White,
Here.
Trustee Tapey,
Here.
Approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Jeffrey,
Yes.
Trustee Cohen,
Yes.
Trustee Westcott,
Yes.
Trustee Tapey,
Yes.
Trustee White,
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney,
Yes.
Trustee Bristow,
Yes.
Motion carries, right. Next item is public comments. First up, Carlos Salinas. Please step up to the podium. Turn the microphone on and state your name and address for the record.
Okay. My name's Carlos Salinas. I live at 830 Willow Drive, Black Boy, Colorado. Just kind of bear with me, I'm a little nervous here. First time speaking in front of people like this. I live at 830 Willow Drive. We have a hobby, my son and I, that I've had for my whole life. We fly homing pigeons. We got a summons this morning in regards to not housing pigeons at the house or homing pigeons, but it falls under a certain article of fowl birds. They're not considered fowl. They're more domesticated pets. But I've contacted the American Racing Pigeon Union Association, who I'm associated with. They're going to send me handouts and information so I can pass to the board and inform y'all as well on what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I just wanted to discuss here on our next meeting that I'll be bringing that to light. My president of the Foothills Racing Pigeon Association will be with us as well. And that's out of Brighton. It's a race community as well. And yeah, I just wanted to plant the seed and let you guys know we'll be on our next meeting and just show you a presentation and see if I can get the city vote to allow me to house my pets and continue my hobby.
All right, thank you. So we don't disallow it and we don't allow it. There's nothing on our records that say it. We just have chickens, correct?
There's nothing specific in the code that says that you can have them. And so I think that by the way that fowl is described in the ordinance, it would probably be prohibitive to pigeons. And I think that's how the code enforcement is interpreted.
Two options. If Mr. Salinas intends to come back at the next meeting, which is July 18th, he could either present the information as he is now during public comment, or at the board's direction, we could add it as an agenda item. It's really up to the board.
I think it'd be something I'd like to have a discussion about, have more information on. I'm a layman about it. I don't really know much about it. And within that, we can have him do the presentation as well, I think. I don't think anybody has any issue with that.
Sure. I mean, it'll take me a little bit to get used to, but like I said, I'll have another gentleman with me as well, so he'll assist.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Just out of curiosity, how long did she give you she probably gave you a date?
Yeah, so she gave me to the end of the month. But she also gave me information to come in and talk with you guys.
Right, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page with that
Correct.
and we don't come after you before
Right,
we have the next board meeting, right? That
Correct.
Wouldn't be very cool.
yeah.
So,
She said she would extend it if, I'm
okay,
just going through the process here.
right on. I'll make sure that happens.
Thanks.
We
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Mr. Ott.
Dave Ott, 803 Spruce Place.
I want his address verified.
Yeah, verified. I want to thank Mr. McBroom for his service. Done a lot for the town, the time he's been here. Been a pleasure working with you when I was on the board and everything else. So wish you great luck in your new endeavor. Your 3-day-a-week gig.
Right.
And the second thing I'd like to bring up is now that we have ownership in a well at Lost Creek, I would urge the board to try to make something to develop that. Because I think with Burlington Northern coming, they're going to want us to supply water. And if we can get the water in here, I was talking with Mr. McBroom earlier before the meeting about the pipeline that's already dedicated. If we can get water in, that'll certainly grease the wheels of Burlington Northern coming into this, and that'll give us a much better stand, if you will, to get that development, because somebody's going to get it. So it might as well be us. We might as well get the tax revenue from it. No use letting it go in somewhere else. And another thing is I urge the board to try to get home rule done, because we can put, the only thing we can do outside of Tabor, everybody thinks you can increase taxes. You can't, with the exception of a use tax. And we could put a use tax on that property and get the town some reasonable income off that property. So again, I would urge the home rule to get through. That's all I have.
But
Thanks
just
for-
for clarification on that, the use tax would be on the warehousing. correct?
On the warehousing, right? Yeah, it wouldn't be on anything else. So, but thanks for your time.
Thanks, Dave. All right. Next item is the consent agenda. And on that is a payment approval report in the amount of $359,999.60, as well as the June 6, 2023 minutes. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Chapey,
Yes.
trustee Bristow,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Jeffrey,
Yes.
trustee Cohen,
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney,
Yes.
trustee Westcott, trustee White,
Yes.
Carries. All right. Staff reports, right to the good stuff. Yes. Don't you love these nice, quick?
I know, I thought I feel like I need to introduce myself to you all. It's been so long since I've been here. So my name's Denise. Apologize for the very light finance report in the packet today. I actually took a 2-week vacation. And so I wasn't, I know, right? I highly recommend a cruise to Alaska. That should be
I was
on
already
everybody's.
jealous, quit rubbing it in.
It's everybody's bucket list. So I did have the AR report prepared before I left. And that was what is included in the agenda. You will have the May financials and the June financials at the July meeting. So you'll get a double whammy at that point. And then I'll be giving you obviously your quarterly report in August, once I get the June sales tax report, which won't be out until the early August. So so far, so good. I mean, our revenues seem to be doing well. Obviously, our interest income is quite high. We're doing really well on that because interest rates have gone up. Our sales tax continues to come in quite high, higher than prior year and higher than forecast and budget. So that's a good thing. So we're in a pretty good position right now. So at the retreat on Saturday, we can talk a little more about that and where we stand on some projects and things like that for the remainder of the year. Staff has started working on their forecasts and their 2024 budget. They all have all their worksheets and have all the information at their fingertips to be able to help me prepare the forecast and the budget for 2024. I just received the draft audit like a half an hour ago. So yay. That'll take quite a bit of my time going through it. 70 pages long, and I have to tick and tie all the numbers to make sure they jive with mine. And it is the first year with this new auditor, so I probably will be spending more time than normal on it, just to make sure that we're both on the same page. And they will be here at the July 18th meeting to present the audit. So that's a little further behind schedule than I'm used to. So it's kind of hitting right now with budget and everything else, but that's the next thing on my agenda to-do list. So,
Well, at least you're nice and relaxed.
yeah, you know,
Vacations.
I might need another vacation in 2 months, but that's okay. We'll deal with that when the time comes. So.
Okay, anyone have any questions, comments? Okay, thank you, Denise. All right. Next up, Chief.
So Denise is relaxed because that's not normal. I know everything is running pretty well, pretty smoothly right now. We are up to fully staffed of what we're allotted right now. We've got everybody, we've got one guy that's still in field training and he will be, it looks like he's progressing well, so he should be done within maybe a month, 6 weeks. And so then we'll have everybody on the streets, all the positions will be full. And we are seeing some results of that coming through with the incidents, a little bit more self-initiated activity, having more cops on the streets. Instead of just responding to calls, they're able to take a little bit more time and be more self-initiated, which is a good thing, helps keep the community safe. I don't think I really have anything. Oh, what pigeons thing. Been here 11 years, never had a pigeon complaint. We're dealing with 2 right now. So that's a different thing for us. So, I think that's about it.
Okay, questions, comments for Chief? Seeing none. All right, thanks, Chief. Mr. Ramey.
Good evening.
Oh, that's good enough. All right, go on, sit down.
Really, yeah, I don't have a whole lot to report other than, I know you were asking about our fall, and I don't know if you looked at the report, but we're doubling up from the last couple of months since we had the machine down for a while. So we're hauling a lot of sludge, and the bad news about that is that the hauler has increased their cost by 20%. So we will be looking for an alternative. Actually, a former employee of that company. We may end up storing it down at the treatment plant until he can get all his equipment, because you just don't, I mean, it's not a monthly CIP, it's an annual. And for them to bring it up, I know they're having to pay drivers more, but it doesn't, the land is paid for. Right? So the only thing that they have increased cost on are manpower and fuel. But not 20% worth, for crying out loud. So we'll look into that. The flows, everything are about the same as they were last year. Brighton continues to be the lion's share of the flow coming in. We always have our little issues, and when it's been raining and lightning, the Silver Peaks booster station took a hit. The power grid down that by the wastewater plant. I mean, we had 42 interruptions in one night. And we're still waiting on a transfer switch for that generator. And we blew the transfer switch at the one at Silver Peaks. So, but that one isn't as big, so it should be here within the next couple of weeks. Thank God. Now, we do know how to transfer them by hand. So if something did come up, don't worry. Even if the Silver Peaks goes off, the pressure up there will drop to about 50 PSI. When the booster station's running, it's running about 90. So it'll be a lower pressure until the time we can get here to transfer that power to the generator. Right, and I've got a guy, you guys know Randy, he lives 10 minutes away, so unless he's in Florida visiting his daughter, he'll be here right away. So, and then the water plant, you could see we were down 11 million gallons for the month due to the rain. Hooray, hooray, right? I mean, that's just water we don't have to pay for to be pumped. Look at it that way. We did have another leak on that line like we did back in February. The good news was it was on the bottom of the pipe. It wasn't on top of the pipe. So it didn't spray everything like it did the last time. And we got the part today to fix it because it's a Victalic valve. So you have to have a specialized valve for it. We got that today and the guys will fix it tomorrow. And we're just about finished with the clarifier repairs that we've been waiting on parts for. And other than that, well, chlorine goes up. Chlorine went up another 10%. That's for the drinking water. So things are, the cost of doing business in the water and wastewater field is getting expensive.
Yeah. Hurry up and get my tower in.
Yeah. So anybody have any questions?
Questions or comments for Wayne? Nope. Trustee White?
I'm just curious, when you said that the hauling, you're looking for another hauling guy, are they just moving that in like a bobtail or what are they doing?
Well, no, so what they do, they take, so it comes out like in a mud consistency that we call cake. So what they do is they put it in a manure spreader. Have you ever seen one where it's, got the wheel on the back and then they top dress a field and then they come in behind it and disc it in. And that's usually for dry land wheat. Now, when we used to haul liquid, they would subsurface inject it. They had this machine called a gator that had knives on it that had holes in the back, pipe, and they would inject it underground. But the cake, we save so much on weight, right? Because I mean, when we're hauling something that weighs 8 pounds per gallon, and now this is only weighs a couple 100 pounds per cubic yard. So it's saved us money on hauling liquid. But it's a I don't want to say it's a monopoly. I mean, the guys that are doing that kind of work, there used to be 3 companies. Now you're down to 2, and one has other things that they'd rather do where it's not so regulated. That it's the Nally Water guys are. It's not just us. I mean, it's everybody that they work for. They're all, they increase their costs, but Denise and Brian,
And where, so it's going from the plant here to where?
so it goes out towards Lyman. It goes down.
Curious, I know somebody who owns all this big equipment that you're talking about, so I was just.
Yeah, and they'll go out by Lyman. They also have some fields between here and Fort Morgan. But and they can't do the same spot every year, right? They like will apply one year and then they'll grow some dry land wheat. And maybe the next year they might grow alfalfa to try to get some more nitrogen, just how they rotate crops. So ideally, when we get the plant built, we won't haul any. We will dry it there on site and sell it.
Fertilizer.
And it'll be able to be used in any garden or anything like that. It'll be a Class A sludge. But as we build houses and they have to do organic material to put in a yard, well, that's a good source of organic material to put in your yard, especially if you're doing it before you sod or seed. If you put that down on top, you'll save a lot on water. But we'll take it on as it gets.
Clarifying information.
Anyone else?
All right,
All right, thanks, Wayne.
thank you.
All right. Town clerk. Heather?
Good evening. I don't have anything to add to my report, but I'm happy to answer any questions. If anyone has any.
Anyone have anything for Heather? No? Simple, to the point. Mr.
Okay.
McBroom, your last one.
I was just gonna say thank you to Heather
Oh.
for putting together the ice cream social and running that, making sure that went off without a hitch as usual.
Just a reminder of the board's annual planning retreat on Saturday. I think you've all had a chance to visit by phone with Jody Erickson. She collected great information from each of you that's helping her prepare and helping staff be ready for Saturday. If she didn't share this, the agenda will be very similar to the last couple of years, so that will be familiar to you. And the time you spent with her ahead of time will help you all jump right in Saturday morning. So I'm sure it will go well. And since this is my last meeting in the saddle, so to speak, I just wanted to share how incredibly grateful I am to have had the opportunity. This is a wonderful community. I had no idea how wonderful until I had the chance to be here and work with you all and interact with residents and especially the great staff that you all have. I'm very confident that the good work we've been doing will continue on. I'm proud of what we've been able to do. One of the big, in my mind, we have three huge advantages that will ensure the community's success going forward. One is our location. We know that we're in a great location to benefit from growth coming up the I-76 corridor, but we're also, we also have terrific staff, as I mentioned. Folks here care about the community. They have great attitudes. They help each other. They're really invested in the success of each other, and I'm really proud of that. And I think the 7 of you are a real asset to the town as well. You're out circulating at times with other elected officials in other communities. A number of you will have the chance to do that at CML here in a couple of weeks. Not very many boards function as well as you all do. And I mean that sincerely. I've been around the block a few times now in my career. And the 7 of you have the ability to disagree with each other, but still work constructively together. You might not think that's exceptional, but it is. And it's going to be a big advantage to the community going forward. You have some big challenges ahead of you, challenges that are good challenges to have. But I think the fact that you work well together is going to be a real advantage going forward. So don't lose sight of that and continue to invest in that. To the extent that you work well together, you will get further ahead than other communities around you who don't work as well with each other. I did want to end with a quote. As staff knows, I love quotes. I find this stuff and I save stuff that resonates with me. So the one that I saw came on the heels of Juneteenth Day yesterday. It's from Martin Luther King. It says, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. And that resonated with me because I see examples of it within our organization all the time. I think sustainable change that truly improves the community long-term doesn't typically happen in great leaps and bounds. It happens every day by showing up with a great attitude, being committed to the vision and mission of the community and making things a little bit better every day. And I'm really proud to have been a part of that with the organization. The downside, I'm grateful for the opportunity that I have up in the city of Greeley, but the downside is moving on because you're here for a little while and you start to care about everybody. And the folks here have been easy to care about. So thank you for indulging me.
All right. That will go to mayor and trustee comments. And we'll go with Mayor Pro Tem Jeffrey.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have anything special to report, just my thanks to the staff for always preparing great reports for us and ready to answer all of our questions. And my deep gratitude to Brian and the work that you've done in the time with us. I wish you well as you move on to your next venture.
Trustee Westcott.
I don't really have anything today. I already said thank you to Brian. Apparently I embarrassed him, so I won't do it again.
All right, trustee Cohen.
Ditto to everything. Thank you, Brian. It's been a pleasure. I've learned a lot from you, and good luck in your next endeavor. We will miss you.
Trustee Tapey.
Just going to follow up. Mayor Pro Tem Jeffrey said it beautifully. Thank you, Brian, just for your kindness and your understanding and willingness to help. It's a blessing.
Trustee Bristow.
Yeah, I just want to mention that our TD's zero fare for better air 2-month program begins July 1st to the end of August. It's free rail, buses, Access-a-Ride and the other yeah, so all their services are free for those 2 months. And they will be increasing their, law enforcement presence around everything as well in anticipation of higher, yeah. So you can like visit the rtd.com and get more information on that, but it's 2 months of free travel around Colorado, so. Air conditioned bus. Oh, and thanks, Brian, for not being there. I don't take it personally.
All right, trustee White.
Same thing, Brian, just thank you to you. And it's a small world. I have no doubt one of us will cross paths with you as we continue, hopefully all of us being just in civil service, whether it be at a conference, a fundraiser. Definitely hope to see, what other great things you do. So thank you for everything you've done here.
All right, and I will finish off with still here. No, I appreciate everything you've done. We've had many discussions about it. When we brought Steve on many years ago, we needed someone who was very conservative because we were fiscally struggling and we needed someone to come in and figure that out. When we transitioned, when Steve retired and we brought you on, especially personally, my goal was looking for somebody who was a little more out there, less conservative and looking to move the town forward. And you were the perfect fit for that. And now you're going to go be a perfect fit for someone else. Thank you a lot for that, mister. But no, it has been a privilege to work with you. I've appreciated it. You're very easy to work with and I do appreciate the time. So, and I just want to know, Ms. Rodemaker, did he get his packet into you for the budget? You're not leaving here tonight, mister, until you get, no. But, all right, with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Oh, yeah, second, yeah. She got the second in there. She snuck it in there. Yeah. I know, she sneaks it in there real good too. And we are adjourned at 6:57.